My name is Secours, and I spent the last couple of years post-chemotherapy and radiation recovering from the treatment. I had stage 4 uterine cancer and a complete hysterectomy, a radical hysterectomy, and followed by 6 months of chemotherapy and then 2 months of radiation. And after about a year recovering, I realized I was still feeling pretty badly. It was a pretty brutal treatment. It was challenging to get out of bed every morning. All of my muscles ached. I had extreme muscle fatigue. My mind was completely shut down. Felt like I was dragging my body around every single day. I felt like I had a body of a 95-year-old. Now, I don't want to insult 95-year-olds because I know there's some out there that are doing pretty well. But I began to accept that this was how I was going to feel. I thought, at least I'm alive. And I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that the rest of my life, that every day is going to be a struggle. It was taking me 2 to 3 hours in the morning to get where I was actually feeling like I could move my muscles. I wasn't sleeping, hadn't been sleeping for several years. And when I say not sleeping, I mean waking up at 2 in the morning and being up all night long. And when I met Tamra, I was on several cocktails trying to at least sleep through the night so I could at least feel like I was getting some rest. But it had been a couple of years that I had been getting good rest. And obviously when you're going through chemo, you're not resting. As far as sleeping goes, I wasn't sleeping past 2 in the morning. And once I woke up, I was up. And even to get myself to sleep, I was taking a number of things, including mega doses of melatonin combined with a lot of things. I can't even remember the names of them, but there were actually 5 different things I was taking in order to help me sleep through the night. And I couldn't get to sleep without it. And it was very stressful. It was getting to the point where I really was not feeling like I was healing, and I wasn't sleeping, so I wasn't getting any rest. So when I met Tamra, and I don't even really know how to explain everything because there's so much about the work that she's doing and the healing process that I'm involved with now. But after several months, I guess I've been doing this now since December, and it's the end of February now. As of the last 9 days, I am sleeping through the night 8 hours without anything, taking absolutely nothing. And that in and of itself, if that was the only thing, this would be a miracle. But what else has happened is that about 3 weeks ago, which is about 2.5 months into the process, my brain woke up. And I didn't really even know. I knew that my brain was shut down. I knew that I wasn't thinking clearly. I knew that I couldn't remember anything. But my mind right now is on fire. And I can feel it. And I feel, and this is even going back years. I would say that my mind is now the way it was in my early 30s. Simply because I didn't know that this was cumulative. I didn't know how long it had been since I actually could, that I did feel energetically alive and that I could process things. So right now my mind is on fire and my body has started to follow. I'm sleeping through the night. I get up and all of a sudden there's no more aches and pains. I'm not waking up like a 90, 100-year-old person. And I just feel good. I also feel less toxic emotionally, physically, spiritually, and it's reflected in other areas of my life, all areas of my life. What I'm confused about is how you can take someone through that process, through the chemo process, through the radiation process, and just leave. I felt like I was taken to my death and then scooted out the door. And that is not something to me. I think that there's an integrated approach that you need to treat all of it. You can, it was necessary. The treatment I had, I know was necessary for me to be alive, and yet I felt like I wasn't supported after that. And now I feel like I have the support that I need, that my body needs, so that so that it doesn't recur, so that I don't have to be diagnosed again with stage 4 anything. So I couldn't be happier. This doesn't come without effort. It takes a commitment on my part, and I knew that it was going to take a commitment on my part to get better. I was hoping that it would just be that you wave the wand or give me a couple things, but that's not how this works. But without going through the process myself, I don't think that I would have had the deeper spiritual, emotional healing that's come about because of it. It's not just about the body, and I don't think it ever is just about the body. So I couldn't be more grateful. Every time I hear Tamara's name, I want to hug her, because I feel like I've gotten my life back. And not even that I've gotten my life back, I feel like I've gotten my life.